I'm out with Judd Blackwell this morning and taking pictures, and we went to the house where I first realized that I was alive on this planet. Still standing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, surely they've torn that down, because it was like the size of a matchbook, really. Still there, and his house next door is still there. It's weird, and we were standing there, grown men, looking back and going, do you remember that time we... And then we went around the corner to the house that his mother and father moved to when they lived in the postage stamp house. They moved to the bigger size house. And we went around another corner to where my parents went from the Matchbox house to the milk carton home. We're very small. And we were reminiscing about, he said, do you remember this used to be a wheat field? And it was. And I think we crawled around in there and played Army. We probably created the original crop circles and didn't know it. We laughed about that because we literally talked about it. We looked across the road there at his old house, and I said, you know, I remember when the thunder would come and your dog would jump into your dad's car. And he would. And when the storm was over, they would let him out. He had a chain on. They chained the dog to the porch so that he wouldn't run away. And he would jump through the window of the car, and you'd open the door, and he would come out the door. So the chain was all wrapped around the car, and you had to unhook him and, you know, all of that stuff. We laughed about that. The house is up on the top of a hill. Just not very far away is a whole series of mountains, and Glassy Mountain, which is a very famous golf course now, is just right there. And the road in front of his old house and my old house is on an incline. And as you go down the road, the incline increases as you go down. That was where my father taught me to ride a bicycle. He put me on the bike, and he says, okay, we've talked about steering. We've talked about all of those things. But the difference now, son, and I love you very much, is that there are no training wheels, so you really have to ride this bike. And he said, you ready? And I said, yes, sir. And he said, okay, here we go. And he took off at a run. He had one hand on the handlebar, one hand on the seat, and he said, you ready? And I said, yes, sir, and he let me go. And I rode that bicycle until I crashed. And that's not a joke. Probably good 100 yards. I was athletic.
That was a good effort. That was a good effort, yeah.
And, you know, if you think about it, if you think back over your childhood, especially the gentleman in the room, there's probably somewhere on your body where there is a scar that you can remember however many years later that you may be. You can remember the exact instant that was a wound, fresh, pouring blood after this particular incident of riding the bicycle, of seeing a piece of my elbow laying on the pavement thinking, that doesn't look right. But this was a request, and I'm happy to play it because I haven't done it in a very long time. I hope to God, please help me. This is the scar I got on my bike. I was 6 years old, just learning to ride. Daddy was waiting at the bottom of the hill, saying, son, you can do it. And that's when I took that spill, when the knee and the pavement collide. Tears through the skin like a cut from a knife. And you try to be brave, but some things make a little boy cry. Daddy said, don't worry, we can put a Band-Aid on. In time it will heal, son, it won't take gotta get back up even when you fall hard. 'Cause nobody learns to ride bikes without a few scars. This one here, it's right above my eye, came when Billy Joe Freeman hit that screaming line drive. 1 minute I'm pitching, throwing him my best curve, then I'm flat on my back, and I know that I'm really hurt when the ball and the forehead collide. It tears through the skin like a cut from a knife. And you try to be brave, but some things make a young man cry. The coach said, don't worry, Doc will put a bandage on, and time it will heal, son, it won't be long. But you gotta get back in there even though it seems hard, 'cause nobody learns to play baseball without a few scars. When the sun came up this morning, I woke up all alone. Nothing here but these reminders of the fact that you're gone. These walls that held our memories in this house you once filled. I know I'll survive it, but sometimes it don't seem like I will. When the love and the leaving collide, it tears through the heart like a razor-sharp knife. And you try to be brave, but some things make a grown man cry. This ain't the kind of pain you can put something on. They say time will heal, but they won't say how long. Whoever knew losing you would be this hard? That's how you learn about heartaches, by earning your scars. That's how you know that a heart breaks. Thank you. I stood on that road today.